we go. How's it going, everybody? This is Gotham After Dark. I am DM Discretion. Today we have Emerald, Crimson Sage, Twitch, Fortune Teller, Artemis, and Noctum. So we got a full complement today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix up the order here from our last adventure. From our last adventure, we had Emerald, Crimson Sage, and Twitch, and they were all breaching the storage, the high-profile storage facility, with Twitch going completely apeshit and good old boying his way right into the front door. Fortune Teller and Artemis. Artemis, since you missed most of the last game, I want to have you at the penthouse with Fortune Teller. Yeah. Noctum at that point had teleported out of the penthouse just to catch you up. You found the third kidnap victim. They found him on the CCTV footage at the ticket center on Times Square, and he was in full view of the public. And once Noctum got there, the child, the young adult, he discorporated and turned into that dust, a violent explosion of that dust that Emerald, and Crimson Sage has been warning everyone to stay away from. But unfortunately, in such a semi-crowded environment, it was bound to affect a group of people. And this young person had positioned himself in a group of people. To wit, Noctum teleported there and was able to grab everybody that was initially affected by the small blast of the dust, and pulled it in to himself as he's teleporting to Fort Hamilton. Okay.
So we wasn't able to save the last kid under the time limit.
The last kid is the what's his name?
Exploded. Did he explode? It turned into dust.
No. This was the third one that you guys haven't figured out where he was, but he just appeared on CCTV footage, and
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Starkwell boy is the fourth one that was initially the start of this game. The start of this specific episode for what you guys are in as part of the Gotham Underdark storyline. He was the one that facilitated the entire storyline. The other three just happened to be unwitting victims as well simultaneously. So with you and Fortune Teller is in his costume. However, he is agitated in the sense that he's been on comms trying to warn everyone of something coming, something that he can see alone, that even when you're looking out of the windows from the 360-degree view that the penthouse affords you, you don't see it. You saw the sun coming over the horizon. It's approximately 7 a.m. and the deadline has officially passed.
Fortune Teller, what do you see? What is it?
I had like a vision. In my vision, I saw a black cloud spreading into the sky, infecting everything. And as what we know, what just happened, I told Noctum not to go. But he went anyway to go and save the child.
Probably the only one that can contain it for right now.
Hopefully.
I'm going to put a pause on. I'm going to put a pin on that really quickly, because part of what happened after Noctum had disappeared on the CCTV footage, once he pulled all those, it was 8 infected. Well, 8 people that were exposed to the dust. Once he pulled them into his void and teleported out, all the residual dust that was in the air was also pulled into his his self portal. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so there's no dust left in the area.
None.
Yeah, he did
Well,
that
at
on
least
purpose.
none that can be seen on there on those security cameras.
Lou,
Yes.
you could jump. James had to run real quick on something, so
Oh.
just run to whoever else.
Well, is there anything that you're doing outside of that?
So basically, I'm helping everybody secure themselves.
Right.
And,
They don't have
I know-
enough hazmat suits, but they do have a secure room, a clean room that is sterile, that they've been able to
Tim-
sterilize, but the entire building can't fit in this. All
Okay.
told, how many folks, and I'm going to throw this back to Noctum and Emerald, how many folks are you employing that are in this building? Because it is a skyscraper, going by our last discussion on this.
Noctum, did you already write that up? I forget.
I'm working on it, but there are lots of delays that are life-based.
No worries. Give a rough estimate.
But rough estimate of the amount of people contained in the building, I gotta open up the block. I think we established the size of it being a certain amount of stories. I gotta open up the
I think it was
stuff
80,
real quick.
if memory serves. So even if it were in the 70s and 80s, that's a lot of real estate. That's a lot of vertical real estate. So you don't necessarily have to fill every floor. And if memory serves, you guys do have R&D. You have sections cordoned off for specific uses.
Yeah.
But
Yes, we do.
there's still the matter of, do you have any other occupancy in the building, or is that strictly for Helios?
No, it's 93 stories high, and the entire building is dedicated to Helios. So no civilians.
I was way off.
Yeah. This is what at some point this is what we came to an agreement on, me and Eric, and I wrote it down as such.
That still doesn't answer the question as to approximately how many employees do you have in the building that aren't directly reporting to the penthouse.
Oh yeah, no, they're really.
We have because we have the other one and we have this one.
I'm only concerned about this building because that is what Fortune Teller is working.
Oh wait. Okay, so here's the big question at this moment. So under Emerald, under her organization, because remember the penthouse is the public front.
Correct.
Right.
For the team, and is it also a front for? Is it also the prime location for the organization? For your organization that you have.
Oh, he's talking to Emerald. I thought he was talking to me.
Yeah. No. Are you talking about? You're talking about Helios,
What?
not the other one. Not the other
No.
Talking about
I'm
your
not talking
charitable
about-
foundation.
Yeah, the charitable foundation. I forgot what the name of it is. Phoenix or something like that. Or
I
Common
know what
Law?
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Hold on a second. It's called Pharaoh's Hope Industries.
yes, Pharaoh's Hope. So Pharaoh's Hope Industries. Is Pharaoh's Hope Industries housed in the skyscraper as well?
No.
And it is. So at this time, most of the people that will be working for Pharaoh's Hope are not there.
No.
So we could easily say, what, half the building?
Yeah. How many? Yeah, that would be about right. It'd be.
What happened?
All I need is an estimate of the number of folks you
Right.
have working for you. I don't.
Right. So
We don't need to get into
since it's a
deep dive into the
No.
specifics.
No. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to eliminate. Because I'm going to just take a look at how many people can fit in the Empire State Building.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha.
And divide it in half. Okay, 15,000, a capacity for 20,000 tenants and 15,000 visitors. And since since visitors is not a thing, 20,000 tenants. All right. So there are theoretically staff of 10,000 people, theoretically. And at this hour, that all of them wouldn't be there anyway
No.
for a full run. So we're talking about
So let's say
About
what,
maybe
like an eighth?
5K. Yeah, 5K, maybe 3K. It's overnight. But
Okay,
we
yeah.
did call people in because of
There's
the
no way.
situation.
There's no. And how many safe floors they got or safe rooms they got? Is it one floor?
Probably
entire
not.
building, one big
Probably
panic
not
room.
enough.
Okay.
Totally not enough. No way. There's no
So
way.
his name is Tim, right? That's
Yes.
the name of the general. Huh?
Tim Stone, right? Tim Stone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's for all intents and purposes, he's the operations supervisor, while the rest of the rest of the team members are out. What is your operational command structure when it comes to team members when you guys aren't there?
I was working on that. It's in that.
No, just
doc.
spitball it.
Yeah. I'm opening it up now so I can give you what I have thus far.
Like basically, who's in charge when me and Noctum
So,
are not around?
in other words, if Fortune Teller were to give direction, would they follow it?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. If he's a recognized member of the organization of the team,
You're saying if as if you don't know. You tell me if
no,
he is.
No, I'm just making a statement.
Oh,
Someone who's a
What the
recognized
hell?
member of the team, that would have some kind of what's the word?
All right, short
like
version.
operational
Members-
command.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, they would. I would say they could listen to him. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Members of the team, as long as their orders don't countermand standing orders from the hub, which
Right.
is myself and Emerald, and there was theoretically a third member.
Right, which is Minimax, which I may use as an NPC at some point in the future, unless he comes back. So totally up
Got
to
it.
All right.
I love it. Chaos.
So fortune teller, between you and Artemis, the environment that these people can hold realistically, maybe 30 to 40 people.
Okay. So this is
And there's
So
a
the-
command structure here that needs to be in place because there's a lot of things, and this is something that Tim is telling you.
Oh,
There are a lot of projects that are being run right now. Give me 1 second. A lot of projects that are being run right now that need eyes on them. They can't be run automatic, and they can't be
Okay.
run remote.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at Artemis. And I'm gonna say, Artemis, I am in no way of a person to be leading all these people, but what I see is instant death if this thing was to contaminate everyone in here. It is just going to spread. I don't. As we're looking out the windows, we don't see it at this very moment, but it seems like it's going to happen. As what my vision. What I want to do is I want to save as many people in this building as possible. And is Tim right there while I'm talking?
Reluctantly.
And I'm gonna look at Tim. I said, Tim,
Yes.
what we need, okay, I know you do not have space to put everybody into the safe room or the safe of whatever you have here. I don't know everything that you do have, but I believe this building should have instead of a fresh air return when it comes to the air conditioning system, it should have an environmental purifier where the air could clean itself.
So yeah, we have
could
an
all
operational
smell-
air filtration. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Please don't melt my brain.
So no, meaning that if we could shut down the intake of air from outside to keep the air that what we have right now inside and let it go through the filtration systems here, that could help us a lot. That's one way. Another thing is I believe we should try our best not to let anyone come in the building for now until the other members, especially the leaders of Emerald and Noctum, to come back. As for Noctum, now we don't know what happened to Noctum, correct, Lewis? We don't
No.
know the situation.
No.
Okay. As for Noctum, hopefully he is fine. He went out with the child. I do not know what happened. I am waiting for a response. Artemis, if you want to help take charge of this situation, I will try my best to see what I could find.
You
through-
okay? You sound like you need something to eat, man. Are you hungry?
Oh, yes, I am hungry. But I'll eat later on. As for now,
She's offering to go in the kitchen and make you a snack.
I ain't
no,
know.
not that type of food. Oh, another thing is, I did see something. I'm gonna show him the picture that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in college. We were drinking. It was a wild time. I don't know how to.
This is the picture of the boy, and it happened to be the same boy who blew up, right, Lewis?
No.
I remember. No.
No.
Yes, you said.
No. That you're the dorm was where the
The fourth
was it was the boy. What's his name? The
that we're
Starkwell
looking
kid.
for. Okay. I'm gonna say this is the. I was able to get my hands on this picture of the fourth child.
Hmm.
I was able to tap into it to see if maybe I could verify where he's at, and I've got some information. And
Okay.
I'm gonna have Tim come over. Tim, come please. I want to explain it as best as I can, and I'm gonna show it to him, and I'm gonna give them full detail of my vision and the images that I saw and the gentleman that I saw in the picture. There was a gentleman, older gentleman, salt and pepper hair, had a very sinister look in his face with a grin. There is a mansion that the child was at, and the child was looking off of a balcony and described the areas. Is it possible with a little bit of information that I got? And I believe in the picture there, it does show the mansion, right, Lewis? Like
it was blurred. So
is it possible that maybe you have something on the computer to help to take out this blurriness so we could get a better look at what's behind him? Because I believe that's the mansion, and maybe we could find out where this is at, because this is where most likely the fourth child is at. Hopefully he didn't have an accident. So
so Tim is
Okay.
just like, can I maybe take a look at that?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just like,
don't worry, it doesn't got the cooties.
he walks away.
Oh my gosh. So we have 30 or 40 people.
5,000.
We have 5,000 people in the building right now.
Yep.
These people don't have
In
houses. of their own?
upwards
What the
of
hell?
3,000 to 5,000. So these are not all Helios centric employees, but there's maintenance, there's all kinds of other things, man.
Like, so right now, at this instant, it's
What time in the
Oh,
morning?
It
Oh,
says
everyone who's-
7 a.m.
Everyone who's there is Heliocentric. because
Oh,
they
I'm
work
sorry.
For Helios.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
they
then
all work for, because there is no outside contract.
Gotcha. All right.
They're employees.
disregard. So day laborers,
Man.
day workers, secretarial,
what time is
there's
it in the morning?
administrative, all kinds of shit. 7 a.m.
Right. So people will probably start, for those who basically the night shift is switching out, and probably the day,
Mhm.
whoever comes in during the day is probably coming in.
all right. So as they're all leaving, I'll give them each a pink slip. Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services.
Dang.
Artemis, we cannot let them out. If they're here, we have to help them.
It's like,
Have to stay.
sir, we're getting a lot of complaints from the lobby. The security's, and there's a picture of like maybe about 60 people in the lobby trying to get in, and security's holding them back. It's like, so should we send should we send a message to everyone to return to their homes
I'll
and
go
work,
downstairs
and work remotely?
I'll go downstairs and talk to everybody.
Oh boy.
Artemis, we should, if right now, as what we see, nobody's infected. So if they're not infected, we should help them.
What? Let them in?
Unless you want to just tell them to go home. But if they're not, as of now, I do not see black cloud in the sky. So I don't believe they're infected at this very second. So that means if we leave them outside, they could get contaminated. If if they're in here, they have a better chance.
So I contact security.
Okay.
Let them in.
So this is, sir. This is a front
Let them
desk
in.
security.
Yeah, let them in.
I say, are you sure, sir? We received the lockdown notice.
Let them fight. I mean, let them in.
Okay.
Let them in. We
So they say,
can't cause that much. There's 60 people out front. I'll take full responsibility.
So they say,
You're
yeah.
just doing your job.
They say, yeah, sir, and all you hear is, "Hey, you!" from behind him, like trailing off in the distance. He's like, "You, let me see some ID." And in that moment, that the call is like, you look on the monitors and just dust everywhere. There's a sound there. Excuse me.
So he never even got to let him in.
No.
Thank you,
Is
Jesus.
Tim? Did Tim walk away? Or is he still there?
No, he was working at a console with one of the other technicians
Tim-
about the picture, and
Tim-
you all look up and there's alarms, there's the sound.
Shut the elevators
there's
down.
been an explosion in the
Stairways and
lobby.
Elevators.
Elevators
Put the-
and stairways. Shut them down.
So he barks orders to lock down the building. They're trying to call the lobby desk and no one's responding. Finally, the view from one of the cameras that's furthest away, let's say the east side of the building, he was able to maneuver it, and the entire lobby is literally, you just see bodies lying about. People are crawling in different directions, and it's a part of the front desk is on fire. There are just corpses everywhere. The windows from the immediate impact, the immediate blast radius has been blown out.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, sir,
Who else is it?
it's like, ma'am, your orders. So we have a tag team on 50 that we can send down.
No.
Oh, don't send anybody else down. You can't risk anybody else getting infected.
It's just,
Give me a
Oh, do me a favor.
level
Tim.
4 mop suit right now.
Shut the air system down.
Oh, so we were already doing that. It'll take
No.
meaning
Meaning the inside circulation, what I was talking about now.
if we shut down the system, we won't be able to restart it for about an hour. It cycles through the entire building.
It is totally fine. You do not want what's in the air downstairs to come up.
It's like,
I want to show him on the camera. You see the black dust? If
See.
that gets through the air system.
so you're saying
you-
that's the same thing that we saw on the camera, but he says it's two different things though. You know what? Fine. Safety first.
What's two different things?
It's well, and he goes back to the security footage that you guys had recorded of the incident at Times Square. He said it wasn't an explosion. It wasn't it didn't seem like a conventional explosion. The guy just turned into this, and he speeds it up to a point where he slows it down. He speeds it up to the actual explosion, just before Noctum had arrived, and was able to get to him. There was no residual effects. It's not this looks like a conventional weapon. So you see
IED,
the
you're
blast,
saying?
yeah, like an IED. So you see the blast marks and there was all the
Oh,
residual
okay.
damage.
You didn't say that. You said I swear you said it looked like black dust in the air.
Oh yeah, it was an explosion.
No, you see, you ain't giving enough information. Now
No, it was an explosion downstairs.
Yeah, in the lobby.
it was a regular, right?
A regular explosion.
That's what he said. That's what it looks like. I don't think it's the same thing. This just looks like a coordinated. It looks like an attack.
I'm going down anyway. I'm
Just
taking mop suit.
at that moment, through the dust, you can see at least half a dozen armed men in full tack gear coming in.
Do you
Our
need?
men?
No,
No.
coming from outside in.
We're
Tim,
being
do you have
invaded.
security up here?
50
Is there
minutes.
security on this floor for you?
No, you never really needed it with you guys here.
All right. So I'm gonna stay there with them. Are you gonna be okay down there?
Oh yeah.
All right. All right. Gives me enough time. I got to tinkle.
All right.
Okay.
That said, I'm going to move to the breach team. What floors were you guys going down again? There were 4 that you were able to count.
So me and Emmy are going to sub level 2.
Okay.
Right. I think we were trying to get the doors open.
Nope. Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking about the
I-
doors to get onto the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean I wrote something in Discord, but I don't think you got a chance to see it. So I'm gonna release the doors from the inside because there's a way to open the other
Yeah.
bit of doors from inside the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna release the doors from the inside. Whatever they have on the other side, I don't know. I can't answer that until you let me see what's behind the door.
I'll be right back.
They can have a secondary door for all I know.
In which channel did you put it? I think I really.
In game.
Okay.
I'm in the wrong. There we go. Yeah, I just popped the door with the fireman access. That's what I said. So I guess I didn't put that much.
Yeah. Okay. So I was looking for more.
It's just that. Sorry.
That's no worries. Okay. And Sage, what floor were you? What sub level were you going to?
4.
I'm gonna let him answer that because he wants to change his mind. But for now, I remember he's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4.
All right. Opening that door, the lights flashing. It's a long corridor, and it's a T section. It's a T-shaped corridor, so it's straight ahead and to left and to your right. To your left and right, there's no other doors except it goes to the ends. The hallway extends approximately 100 feet in both directions and 100 feet straight ahead. Straight ahead, there are doors on both sides of either of the walls, and you count approximately from your line of sight half dozen on both sides.
Doors.
Yes.
All right. So I look at Emmy like you don't happen to have like I don't know some kind of ability to see life forms through walls or anything.
I can. Well, you would know that I'm able to see the light spectrum, infrared, ultraviolet.
Right, but
All
that's not what he's asking.
That's not what I'm asking. My character's just like looking at you. That you don't happen to have the ability to look through walls and see living
No, I
things.
don't.
Yes, it does.
No, I don't.
You don't have thermal from the light spectrum? Because you should have all light spectrums.
Thermal's not a
Okay.
light spectrum; it's a heat spectrum.
Yes,
No.
it is actually.
No, it's not.
Thermal is not a light spectrum.
It's reflected as light, but it's looking for a heat spectrum.
Right. No, infrared and ultraviolet. And that's what the book says. That's all I can do. So, no, I don't have the ability to look through walls. I don't have X-ray vision.
So I tell you, you start checking those doors to the left. I check to the right.
That's perfectly fine.
Go to the
close
first
to
door.
me. I say stay close to me, and I put a tight force shield on the both of us. So that when we're opening the doors, if anything attacks us or jumps out, we're at least protected. So
Oh,
Every
what's the
door.
range in that?
I'm sorry. Good.
I don't know. What's the range of your force shield? That way I know how far to stay away from you.
hold on a second. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hold on. Mm. And I'm 4th level now, right? Hold on. I think it's like 130 feet.
130 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So
we
it'll
can
be
check the doors on
it'll
the
work like a tether. So like we'll be connected in a way.
Is it line of
What if-
sight? I just want to make sure that I'm clear.
Formidable power. Oh, I'll just put this here. Force field elementary shaped well. Da da da. Range self for others. I mean, it doesn't say line of sight, but if I'm seeing him when I put it on him, and I put a tether on it, you know, like we're connected, I think that should be fine.
So if he were to go into a room and close a door, he wouldn't be able to do it, correct?
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to do it,
Because
no.
of the tether?
No, you couldn't do that.
Okay.
But if he loses LOS, he's not gonna lose the power. That's what he's saying.
That's
His
kind
range
of
is
what I'm alluding to.
Yeah.
No, because it doesn't say anything about LOS.
It's fine. That's why I asked. Okay. Each one of the doors, as you get closer to them, they have biometric locks. You can see the pad for the palm, and then there's the numeric code entry just below it.
Okay.
Yo, I got electrical engineering, and I got locksmith. Can I just pick the lock?
There is no lock to pick. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the electronic lock itself, the biometric lock is electronic lock. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I think you're using a liberal interpretation of locksmith. So what I will do is
The half-ass description for it saying
Yeah.
that I can actually use electronic locks.
okay. So what's the percentage?
Oh,
And while he's doing that, what are you doing? Because you're going to how are you breaching the door? Left. You were going left. He was going right. However you work it out, Emerald. How are you going to breach the door that you're at currently? Considering that
You
there's
said it's biometric, so you said it's basically eyes and fingerprints.
fingerprints.
Just fingerprints. I use my infrared and ultraviolet light vision to look to see if I see visible fingerprints and on the section of the keypads that might have been punched in. Does that work?
Roll perception.
oh, okay.
What do I need?
Just make it 20, and add whatever bonus you have.
I have no bonuses,
Okay. Then it's a raw 20.
and of course, dice hate me.
So you're just staring at it like Patrick with a big drool, just saying. Yeah, you definitely don't. I'll put it this way: the numerical pad does have fingerprints on it, but every number has a fingerprint.
Oh, Christ. On comm, I'm like, I can't figure out this one.
He's like,
yeah,
well,
so,
butter my
can't figure out this
biscuits.
one generally. So
You're gonna have to come up with some
looks like
southern
I might have to go in the hard way. We might have to go in the hard way.
So funny.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Do I have any other skills? Do I have any skills that will help?
What's your percentage, Twitch?
I'm still looking for it. Hold on. I know it's here. Is it on the rogue? I want to read the skill to make sure I'm saying it right. I don't want to. You know how I am.
That's totally fine. I just want, so long as we're all on the level, I will give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Go on the honor code.
And that's why I want to look it up. Where the hell did that skill go? I know it's in the main book. Electronic, no. Christina, no. Mechanical? Locksmith, here we go.
Sage, when they had already breached the second floor, when you were rappelling down, you get past you get to the third level, when you can hear you see the not smoldering, but you can see the wreckage of the elevator that he shot and destroyed.
Okay.
Where it landed, you can hear voices because the doors for the doors at that bottom landing had suffered damage, so there's light streaming in from outside.
Is there any way I can make my way gingerly onto the wreckage to get a look into the, I guess, the bent doors or the opening that's there?
Yeah, sure.
To assess,
Yeah.
to assess what's inside.
Okay,
Who's
so
inside?
the wreckage itself, it's because you know that at every elevator they have that depression. I don't know what it's called. It doesn't necessarily land. There's not a flat bottom. There's a space below it, right? It's like maybe a 10-foot space in every elevator. So the top of that elevator is at the bottom of the door frame. Does that make sense? Because of the way because of the car and how it fell, and it essentially crushed itself.
Yeah, it's accordion.
Yeah, so you would be if you were to do that, you would be looking from the bottom of the door frame upwards, and
Okay.
that, fortunately enough, is where most of the light is coming from.
All right. So I'll jump into whatever shadows there
Okay.
to obscure my presence
Mhm.
and look through to see how many people are we talking
So
about.
if you have any stealth type abilities, please roll that while I'm waiting for Twitch to determine whether or not
Alright,
you
so-
can.
I may not need
Hello?
to.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I mean, Lou,
Yep.
I may not need to roll, but that would be entirely up to you because I have Prowl Advanced Stealth, which is akin to the ninjutsu stealth, which there's only a roll if they're actively looking for.
I'm gonna. What I will say is
Also-
that there is. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
Just to let you know, I also have Prowl Advanced Hiding.
Okay. So you would need to tell me which one you're using in order for me to be
I'll
able
be
to tell
using
you.
both. I'm using stealth in order to not make any noise or elude any presence.
I'm not
that
worried
my
about the
presence-
stealth. So I'm assuming I'm
And
going
the
to take
hiding, so
yeah.
that way I'm not noticed.
I'm going to take liberties in that your training affords you an advantage in that respect, considering the environment. My only the only other skill that you would need to roll is essentially to hide, because you're putting yourself in a position where you could possibly be discovered. That's all. It's a slim possibility, but it is a possibility.
That's fine.
So you
No.
would be doing which one? The hiding?
Well, I mean, I'll be doing both, really.
Doing what?
The stealth and the hiding.
I already established. You don't have to worry about the stealth. It's the hiding
Okay,
part.
so then the hiding. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Because I thought you were using some other ability.
No.
Okay. So go ahead and do that.
All right.
Lou, I found
I
this
also want to
skill.
make you aware, Lou, that I'm doing also the. I'm gonna take the time while I'm hiding
Mm-hmm.
to do the spatial awareness
Okay.
and also the observer awareness.
All right. So,
I'm gonna make a roll first for the hiding.
yeah, and then I can tell you about that. So go ahead and
Yeah, I made it.
what's the percentage?
Max 98
All right.
because I can't go over.
Fine.
If not, it would have been 115.
Okay. And for you, Twitch?
Okay, so I read the skill. It's a minus 20% to my roll,
Mhm.
but it takes 46 hours to do it. So I'm not doing that.
Okay, yeah. So you would know that you can't reach this lock.
Not in no
Not
significant
in
time.
not in the time that you would need. So then the question
Um,
it becomes between the two of you, how are you going to do this? Because
Just
hold on a second. Because Emerald's just like, I could take a look at it, sugar. Oh, I can't see a damn thing in here. Mm.
Oh no!
So you both turn and look at each other like, oh.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna knock on the door. I'm gonna use the butt of the rifle and I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
Shotgun.
knock on the door.
Knock on the door. I knock on the door.
Just bang on the door.
Avon!
Candygram. Okay.
Pentagram for Mongo.
There's
Mongo.
no response.
I'm going to the next door, start knocking.
Okay. And you, Emerald, are you just following suit?
I can just basically blast the door down. I'm gonna try to maybe I'll just blast the door down.
Okay.
So I'll use my photon blast.
I look at the door. Is the door reinforced?
They are metal doors. Whether they're
So-
reinforced, you can't tell just by your initial look at the door. There's a possibility that it could be. Considering the lock,
So-
it's
Do
possible.
I see him like winding up?
Who?
Bro, I see him winding up.
Emerald's
Blast
not
the
doing
door.
anything. He's waiting. She's waiting for you. She's
She
trying
was
to.
about to blast the door. That's why I asked you, is she winding up? Because if she is, I'm taking squat position, low to the ground.
As far as I
So
understand,
weren't we in different rooms?
as far as
No,
I
we're not
understand,
in
Emerald
room.
wasn't
No,
doing
hallway.
that. I don't know where you got that from, but
She just said it.
Aren't we in different rooms?
no, you haven't
No.
even gotten past the door.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought we were in the separate room. Okay, my
We're in the
fault.
hallway.
Okay, got it.
We're like right next to each other. If you're gonna blast the door, I'm taking a low position on the floor because light bounces.
So this okay, though if that's the case, then what I'll do is this. I cover you in a force field dome, right? I transform into light, and then I use my photon blast to blast the door down.
Wait, if you turn into light, just go into the crack of the door.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Why not? She's just light, and light is about as bad as water.
Unfortunately, this energy power does not allow me to do that.
Oh no?
No.
All right, I'm still crouching.
All right,
The
Tiger,
reason-
Hidden Dragon.
He's
Um,
ninja crawling.
Right. So I put a significant amount of SDC on the force field. I transform into light, and I break the walls down. Photon blast. Roll the strike. Roll
No,
strike
no, no.
move?
You don't need to strike. You made a
Roll
very
strike
you
with the
made
same
a generic description of blasting the door down. Put yourself in first person. Where are you? Are you shooting the center of the door? Are you shooting any specific parts?
Okay. Here's the question:
Mm-hmm.
Is it a regular like
There's no handles.
door, or is it a split?
What do you mean? Are you talking about like a
Like-
double door? No, it's one solid.
Like how does it look like an elevator door, or does it look like just a regular panel door?
It's definitely not a regular panel door. It does look like an elevator door. Yes, it's
Okay.
a one sheet of metal.
Okay, so it's just one sheet of metal, not split.
No,
Like an elevator.
No.
Okay. So then I guess I would just blast it from the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it do heat damage or is it more of a laser?
It's force damage. It's force damage.
Got you.
Yeah.
What's the
So it's
maximum
not-
damage
It's
that it
not
can
like a
do?
laser. It's not like it's not like it's not a it's not laser. It's not laser, so it doesn't do heat. It just does force.
Okay. What's the max damages you can do?
2d4 times 20 plus 12.
So what's the max damages you can do?
Oh, altogether max would be what's 8 times 20?
160.
That's 160 plus 12. That's 172.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
172.
Okay.
That's the max damage it can do.
Okay.
172. With if I rolled Great.
You don't need to roll because it's there's no need to put a variable on this. You can put all your force to it and do the max damage.
Okay.
You pull all your energy into the blast, and the door takes a huge hit, and it's like you can hear, and it slides to the side. Once you hit it, it slides to the side. So there's a huge dent in it. It almost as if someone like with superhuman strength punched it. It slides to the side, and in this particular room is somewhat of an arsenal. In that
Okay.
you can, there are, it looks like high-tech carbine weapons,
Son, serious?
and there is
My
a
bedroom.
large crate at the furthest end of the room.
Yo, I'm
Does
loading up.
anybody have danger sense?
I do.
Not between the two of us.
Not you, everywhere person, because you're playing a
I got
female, so I
between-
can't say.
not- Not between me and.
Said there's anyone. You did say
I got a
anyone.
powerful sense of greed.
Okay, so once he blows it, and the lights, the interior lights come on and light up all the shelves. You can see these weapons to the left and to the right. There's 2 racks of pistol-like weapons, rifles. There is what looks like a weird RPG type weapon. They're familiar to you, Twitch, in that they don't belong here. You've seen the type of weaponry for the day that you live in this universe. You haven't had access to high-tech military-style weapons yet, even though they exist, and conceptually you've seen those on the dark web, shit like that. But to actually see them, it reminds you of a street samurai's horde.
Dude, so wait, really?
Yes.
Like-
And that immediately your greed and your self-preservation instinct are trying to fight each other.
So I stop and I look around the edge of the door,
Mm-hmm.
and he Emmy, can you do a black light?
Sure, I guess so. And I generate the light into a spectrum that he's asking for.
Okay. Doing that, it's crisscross pattern of motion sensor ultraviolet light.
Motherfucker, I knew that was gonna be too damn easy. Look at that shit. Oh my god, I knew it was gonna happen. Fucking.
If you would have taken maybe a half,
Light? Can you bend that? Can you bend that?
if you would have taken like a half a step into this
I can do
room, it
that.
would have tripped it.
I can do
Yo,
that.
look at it. Look. You can bend that, right? That's light. You can bend that. Bend that.
I can do that. So
Bend it away.
I bend them so they're not dangerous for us.
Okay.
So you can get through.
So how big is that crate?
The crate at the end of the room, about 8 feet long, 8 feet wide, and about 3 feet high.
With 3 initials on it. BFG.
Open it. What's inside? Is it locked?
It is locked, yes. There is a thumbprint identification and a numbered keypad.
Oh.
Can I try again?
No, hold on. Don't move. Just keep those lights bent. How heavy is the crate?
What's your strength?
My strength?
Yeah.
My strength.
Because you have
is
to
17.
test it, so I got to know what your strength is. What?
Yeah, I go to the edge and pick it up. How heavy is it?
That's what I'm saying. What's your strength?
17.
The container itself weighs approximately 150, 200 pounds.
I can drag that. I'm dragging that with me.
Okay. It does have a hand. It does have a handle on both ends, so you can drag it.
So I'm gonna drag one. I'm gonna grab a handle. Drag that. I'm gonna grab the biggest pistol I can find, a box of bullets, and another rifle with a box of rounds.
All right.
Your nuts gonna swell just like I did.
So the carbine pistol is the one with the rounded grip. You know, you put your hand in the round in a circular grip, and it extends about halfway to your forearm. The clip itself, the round, it doesn't seem to have a round. It looks like more like a charging port.
Charging port.
Mm-hmm. And
Tesla gun. Damn.
The clips that you have, the clips that you find, there's no conventional bullets in them. It looks it looks like an electronic clip.
All right.
An energy clip. Excuse me.
So I'll grab more than one then. I'll definitely grab like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Take that. Are there any explosives?
Roll your perception, please.
My perception.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that says.
That says 24. Okay. So as you're going shopping, you're going shopping. You're like looking for the grenades, and then right above the door you can see a CCTV camera. And you're just like, yeah.
Oh.
And it looks like it had you can see the focusing eye. It's red. It's infrared, and it's moving along with you.
I'm gonna say that's a bad thing, but we already breached, so it doesn't matter to me too much now. You saw me in there, it's fine. But I will take the advantage of the fact that the camera is there. I'm gonna tell Emmy, there's a camera in here. Stay over there.
Okay. And
nope.
Go ahead. Let you finish, and then I'll go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna walk over to the camera. And how well seated is it in the wall?
It's actually doesn't look like it belongs in this space. Looks like it's part of the infrared system. When you get close to it, it closes like an eyelid. It's just a piece of metal. And then you see lights blinking, and then a swirl of lights. And with each turn, each light winks out.
All right, so I go inside. I go out into the hallway. I tell Emmy, move. Pick a direction and run.
Okay.
Now.
It's just like he's floating floating there in energy, just bending the light for the ultra.
If you do, tell me which way you go, because I have to follow you.
Right.
Right is back towards the elevators.
The elevator.
Left.
Left or right? Make up your mind, woman.
Left.
So we go left down the corridor. This is gonna trap us in the face when the thing blows up.
Damn.
Okay.
Go left. I'm gonna follow her. I got no choice.
You get halfway down. You get halfway down the corridor, and then a distorted explosion. It's like a panoply of red and yellow lights in that room just explode outward, almost as if a jet engine was firing up into the hall, and it spreads outwards towards you.
We got a force field.
Everything.
But you can feel the heat in the. You can still feel heat It doesn't protect you
Yeah.
from the elements, but the heat that it's generating is immense.
That's a hot. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna keep running to the.
So you're like,
almost like white phosphorus
correct.
and thermite mixed together.
So you
Yeah,
get to
white.
the end of the hall. So this is more for effect, because if I wanted to, it would have went differently. Once you turn that corner, the amount of heat that hits that wall, it's like a flash fry. So the light fixture that was there melted. The wall itself, the paint it's just charred to reveal the concrete, the concrete wall, foundational wall, and everything down that hall is every door is it's melted to where they're all solid now.
Ooh. Fuck. And we can't get in any of them.
Mm-hmm. You hear this, Crimson Sage? You're just like, I'm gonna sneak. What the fuck? You just see this bright orange, red light, orange, yellow, red light, just 2 floors up, and it lit so quickly. It was like an incandescent bulb that just went super bright and then just winked out. So you just like, I'm stealthing. Oh shit!
No, I'm not.
Okay.
In that
It's a hot
moment,
time in the old town tonight.
looking in that small space that you're able to see, say it's maybe about a 2 feet high, and at its base, you're at about a half a foot. That's how much you can see through it. You know what I mean? And as you go higher, the doors close up, so it's a weird sort of triangle shape viewpoint. In that hallway, there's at least 4 armed men that you can see, heavily armed. One of them comes out of a side room, like from your position. You don't know if it's a side room or side door, but he comes into your field of vision, and he has a minigun.
Nice.
And he
Nice.
turns
He's
and
aimed
walks
towards you.
towards you, but only in the sense that he's walking in your direction.
Mhm.
Then the light flash and that sound, and you hear, "What the fuck?" And they're talking in their code. You can tell it's what
Military?
languages do you speak, by the way?
English, bad English, Southern, Confederate flag.
You're dumb.
What the?
Redneck.
Hey, that's a
second-
language in and of its own. So don't fuck around. All right, so Spanish, English, Chinese, Dragonese, Hebrew, Aramaic, Japanese, Greek, Latin, and Russian.
None of those languages are what's being spoken.
Okay.
And then any of those families either, though?
The
I was sure he was gonna get Japanese.
yeah, right. It
Oh,
does it's an Asian dialect. However, it's not Chinese.
Hey, where a coinky dinky?
Can I determine if it's Thai or
How many Asian languages
Korean?
do you have?
You just have Chinese.
Languages.
not Japanese and Chinese? But I mean, can I determine from having heard before? Is it Korean, Thai, any one of those?
I will give you an unmodified perception check. So you would need a 15 or better.
Very well.
Oh,
It's a good thing I rolled a 1 on that one.
He like, I don't know what they speaking, but it's bad. That language is bad. Drugs
So
are bad.
technically,
Thank God it's not just
Technically-
me.
technically, they just sound like Farmer Fred from Waterboy.
it's like- Bobby Boucher.
No problem.
Maybe
So-
by Mother Day.
So I can't understand what they're saying. That's not a problem. My thing is, what are they doing? Having heard the explosion up above us.
Well, the one with the minigun is heading in your direction, and then there are 2 more sets of boots that are following behind him.
I mean, that was prior to the explosion.
No.
asking
That
about-
was it was just seconds prior to the explosion. Then the explosion. It's not so much an explosion; it's just the sound that it created was loud. It almost sounded like a distorted speaker. Like if you turn up the volume way too loud, and it's like, and it just echoed because of because it's just reverberated
The shaft
everywhere.
and all the-
Yeah,
yeah.
and the shaft and the acoustics did not help you.
Now-
Okay,
My thing is this:
Yes.
I don't know what that was, but
You
I'm
don't.
pretty sure they know what that was.
because it came from the second floor, so you were able to determine that it's from the floor that is from the sub level 2, which is where
Yeah.
Twitch and Emerald had disembarked.
Gone to.
Mhm.
Okay. So obviously that's Twitch again doing his thing.
Definitely not a sound that Twitch has ever made.
No, the explosion part.
Wow.
Okay, never
That's
mind.
It's
racist.
following
Oh,
suit with
that's my
it's
MO.
following suit with the breaking through the front door, with the vehicle. So all right. Again, specifically, they would know what that was up above us 2 levels up. So how are they reacting?
Again, 3 sets of boot prints. The one with the miniguns is on point. Then the other 2.
What's the heavier be on point?
They're still walking towards me.
Still walking
Towards
you,
my
yes.
direction.
So, in your direction, yes. Now, just again for you to get a sense of where you are. You're on the leftmost. You're from where you're facing. There are 2 other elevator doors to your right, so you have enough space to move. You just chose to land here because this one gave you an advantage of being able to see because of the way that the doors were knocked off their railings.
Okay.
Outside of that, you still have maybe about 30 more feet to your right. The elevators are not there, so it's 30 feet across and about 20 feet down. No, excuse me, 30 feet across and about 10 feet down. And at the bottom is where that spring is, where the elevator rests and all that stuff. So
can I see from where I'm at the release lever?
yes,
for
on the
the doors.
immediate door to your right, you can see it. The other one, you would have to position yourself to get to it, but they're
No.
They're identical.
Grab a dagger,
Mm-hmm.
fling it so I can activate the release door, the handle,
Mm-hmm.
so that way it can open the doors.
So it can pop it open.
Hopefully- Yeah, so that way that movement
Mhm.
hopefully will distract the ones that are in front of me.
Okay.
But the thing is, I'm not big at all, so I'm thin. Would I be able to squeeze through the
The crack that you're looking through? No, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, I'm hard to. Having difficulties viewing that.
Oh, come on. I realized what you were saying. That's wrong. Stay in the moment, please. All right, what are you doing?
All right,
I
so
want to
this
get
is
some
what-
Mike because he's been patiently waiting.
All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw 2 daggers to activate both doors, but I'm gonna offset them by about a second. All right.
Okay. The attempt is to distract, or walk me through what the intent is.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hit the release lever so that way the door's open. But I'm going to try and make my way to the first door that's available, while the last door is the one that opens first. So I can try and sneak in, I maneuver myself behind them and get tactical advantage.
Mm-hmm. So you're hitting both doors, which you can do. And
but I'm doing it where I'm hitting the farthest door first. So that way, when they're making their way over, I can then open the one behind them and get tactical advantage by coming in behind them.
Okay. Because that's your intent, it's going to be an opposed roll. So just make a regular 20, and I will make a regular 20.
Any day now.
What is the... So it's an 11, right? Oh, wait. Yeah.
Unless I'm using my bonuses.
No, it's no bonus. Okay, so it seems to have that effect because just as they get to the door that you're peeking through, you do that, and you know, and then all of that set of boot prints moves off out of your line of sight.
Okay, so now I'm gonna time it so when I hit the door open, since I know the timing now it takes once the release lever gets hit, I'm gonna time it so as that door opens, I'm going through the opening with daggers set, going for knockouts.
Okay, but you did it on the furthest door, so
yeah, I'm going in the first door now.
Okay.
You said there was two, right? So I went into the furthest one so they can go to that one, and then I'm going to go in behind them on the first door that's in front.
Okay, so you don't want to open the one directly in front of you to get to them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. My phone is... Someone's trying to call me. So, and if it's my son, I got to pick it up. So give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, I'm in college. I ran out of money. Sucks to be you. They just did a death battle, freaking Galactus versus Unicron.
Galactus versus Unicron?
It was bound to happen.
Galactus did win, though, wouldn't he?
Galactus did win.
Yeah. That's not even a contest, is it? Really?
No, it's a contest. Unicron is not a slouch. The way they portray Unicron versus his whole mythos, if you read like the comic books and everything, it's like
Unicron. I know Unicron's not a slouch, but Galactus.
Unicron. Unicron is the Galactus of the Transformers universe. So it was a fair fight, but Galactus had a clutch. He had the ultimate nullifier. But it was a good fight, though. Huh?
First of all, who drew it? Because that's what that is.
It was Death Battle, so...
Oh, it's a death battle. Death match. Yeah.
Someone made that map. Someone made that up to begin with.
The ultimate nullifier has been in Marvel for the decades.
The ultimate nullifier has been
What season is Death Battle in now? Damn, it must be
I don't know.
Easy.
I don't know if they had seasons. I just know they just do episodes and call it a day.
They got seasons. I just don't know how many episodes there are per season. There aren't that many, I don't think.
I think the best one I liked was Toph versus Gaara from Naruto.
No, I think my favorite was Deadpool versus
Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson, yeah.
The Deathstroke, yeah, that was funny. Another good one was Wolverine versus Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Versus Wonder Woman.
Yeah, versus Wonder Woman. That was a fight.
Who was on top?
Wonder Woman.
Wolverine won.
No, I thought it was Wonder Woman that won.
Wolverine won. She threw him in a volcano. His healing factor, he kicked in. He came out and killed her.
She threw
As
him in the
Wolverine is
volcano.
off to
Healing factor
do.
kicked in.
She used a lasso of truth on him to find out why he can't freaking, go through harm and everything else like that. He told her because of my healing factor and everything else like that. And she said, "Oh, really?" She threw him in a volcano. He came out the volcano and stabbed her.
Well, who wouldn't stab the chick that put you in a freaking volcano?
But is his healing factor fast enough to heal him from a volcano?
Yeah, it really
Yep.
is. His healing
Oh.
factor is insane. That's
it's-
the adamantium. It gets even worse without it. The
only
adamantium
people-
staunches his healing factor.
The only
That's
healing
crazy.
factor that's probably equally as strong, if not stronger, is Deadpool.
Nah, isn't it this guy's his nemesis?
Deadpool.
Deadpool's
Talking
healing
about-
factor is the strongest healing factor in the freaking.
Are you talking about Omega
It's
Red?
Wolverine.
Omega Red.
Nah.
Yeah, Omega Red's healing factor is actually it's just about on par, I think.
No, it's not.
All right. When you you get to that door, and you hit the latch, you start prying it open. You realize you have to exert a little bit of force because it exploded inwards. So in that with the bending of the metal, you're making noise. The moment you touch it and you hear, you stop. And again, I'm taking some liberties based on your training. So if your intent is to stealth,
I thought the two were intact. Not the
they
one in
are
front of me.
intact. But in order for you to see into the hallway, the metal itself was bent by the impact of the falling elevator. So
Of
there
the
were
one in front of me.
the one in front of you, which is the one you said you were going through in order to get around to these
I was
other guys.
going in one of the. Okay, there's 3 elevator doors, right?
Yes, the one
There's the
directly
one
ahead
in
of you,
front,
the,
all right,
the
and
one
then
in the
there's the other
center,
2.
and then the one on the right, the far right.
I threw it the one on the right first.
To the far right.
So I went to the one in the second in the middle.
Okay, because
In
you
order for
didn't
me
say
to
that
jump
at
through.
any point. You said the one directly ahead of you. That's the one you're opening.
Okay, so it would be the center one. All right, to be specific. Because
Okay.
what I wanted to do is I wanted the time is when the door opens for me to jump through the doors as it's open.
I get all of that. But at no point did you say the center. I just want to be clear. So we will not do
I
that
also wanna be
again.
clear that no point I was saying I was going to pry anything open.
Here's the benefit.
to
Here's the
clarify-
beauty. Here's the beauty of this. Because I'm recording it, you can always go back and see what you said. Because I can almost guarantee that you didn't
At
say
no
the
point
center.
did I say I was going to pry anything open. What I said I was going to jump through the opening when it opened. So if
When
I
what
wasn't-
opened?
that was the center door. That was the other one that was functional.
Mhm.
Then I'm clarifying it now.
Okay, so you're confusing me here. So
Okay.
there's 3 sets of elevator doors. The one to your left, which is where you were positioned initially, the one in the
And the
center,
other 2.
and then the one to the furthest on the right. That's the one that you use your dagger on both sets of doors, but you used your intent was to use the daggers to distract, but then you.
Yeah, to the
Change-
right.
you
to the
changed
one
that?
on the way at the right.
But here's my point. You said specifically that you were doing both doors, but then you changed it to the furthest right to use that as a
Yes.
distraction. So
Yes.
now you're saying as they're moving it, you're going to try to time it to then open the center door to circle around them.
Yeah.
Because at no point did you say center. You didn't use the words
No,
at
I'm
all.
not saying I did.
You didn't even
I'm not-
infer it, so I can't infer that. You said I'm going to open the doors in front of me. That's
Okay.
that's the one to the
I'm
left.
letting you know. You're right. I didn't say the center
Mhm.
because my bad for assuming by saying the front, meaning the other functional door. All right. So that's why I'm clarifying now. I'm hitting the center door. That's the functional one. So I can get behind them as I'm jumping through the doors.
Yeah, you got to try to be a little bit more clear because I heard in front of me. That's easy for me to infer.
Again,
the one in front of you.
I assumed that by saying in front of me meant the center door. Obviously, that was not the same meaning with you. So I'm clarifying.
Right, because you didn't position yourself to the center door in the first place. You were still at the left. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. All right.
Okay.
You scuttle over to the second. You pop out. You start sliding the door open, and as soon as you open it a smidge, there's a guy just like maybe a foot. He has his side profile to you. He has his weapon on his left shoulder, so and doesn't even know. He initially doesn't take notice of you. As soon as you pop that door open, you can see him. He's Asian, approximately 5'7". Beyond that, no other identifying characteristics. He has the black tack team gear.
Okay. Do I see the other two?
No, you just see the guy in front of you.
Okay, but there's no space to see any in front of the opening?
Unless you open the door more, then no.
All right. Is there enough space for me to pull him down onto where I'm at?
I feel like you're not hearing me. You opened it enough just so that your intent was to sneak behind them.
Cracked it open.
Huh?
I cracked it open.
Correct.
Just enough to see. Okay.
Just enough to see him to stop. So you can continue to try to open it. I'm giving you that benefit of the doubt because of your training. That if your intent is to stealth, opening the door wider is not stealthy move. Because this peripheral will catch that movement.
Where's the food court? Oh, it's downstairs. One flight. Thank you. Hey, wait a minute.
So you can continue to try to open the door. You can.
No, I'll just wait till he moves away from the door.
Okay. So when you can hear them talking at the other side, to your right, right? Because where you're positioned, you don't have you only have maybe about a half a foot of space right where you are for your balance, for your sense of balance, because there's no elevator there. So there's just the landing, where you're standing, the door that's the elevator doors from the inside. So it gives you a little bit of cushion to be able to stand with your reflexes and your sense of balance. Aside from that, you don't have anything behind you to push off on or anything like that. I want to make 100% clear that that's where you are right now. There's movement. You can hear the doors being pried open.
Okay.
To your right.
Question:
you can see the light. You know they're being pried open because there's light now streaming in from outside the elevator shaft, inside the elevator shaft.
All right. Question: Is there any way I can maneuver myself on top of the elevator doors and pry them open from the top? Almost like Spider-Man.
I will say yes with a penalty. So you could use it would be acrobatics.
Got it.
So the penalty is going to be, say, a 30.
Mm-hmm. Why is this thing making me roll twice?
I don't know.
Did you try to cheat? No.
What's your percentage?
Yeah. Oh, my percentage is 98 acrobatics.
Okay. So you're able to deftly pull yourself to the maybe about a 4-inch ledge in order to maneuver yourself down to pry the door open. You can do it. You're in a position to do it. Please walk me through the entirety of your action before I move on.
So what I want to do is I'm positioning myself so I can pry open the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding on to the door so that way I can remain with my balance.
Okay.
My hope is that if the guy is still there, that he'll peek through and with one hand grab him and toss him right across, and then swing my way into the hallway.
That he does. You can, huh? And he opens the door. He forces the door open. It's easy because it's still on the rails, and you did the emergency latch. And you could just see his. He doesn't have his weapon pointed, but you can see his weapon first as it comes into your line of view. But he does look. He looks that, and he starts to turn to look up.
Yeah. So with the one hand, I fling him.
Okay.
Right up.
All you need is you just need a 4 or better, or 5 or better. Excuse me. This would be
switch that to 20.
What's this guy? Freaking supermodel? What the hell?
Supermodel?
A 5 or
I'm
better?
pulling knockout. Whoa, that's good. 5.
You can't call a knockout unless you're using your blades. So are you grabbing him with your blades in your hands?
No.
Just stabbing him and then pulling him
I
into
just fling him with pure strength right onto the wall at first.
All right, so you grab him, and he falls into the shaft. As he falls in, his weapon discharges.
Oh yeah.
My chopsticks.
Bullets ricochet. I'm gonna make 1 roll. That's all I need to make.
Roll natural 20
for a potential ricochet hit on you. So it is a 7. Do you have armor?
No, but it's a wild shot, so I think it missed.
Oh.
Is that penalty? What's the penalty for wild shots?
Wild shot is like over an 8 or 9 or something like that. It's in the book.
Can anybody corroborate this statement? I don't want to look in. I do not want to look in the book.
All right, combat. Modern combat.
Yeah, he's doing a spanky.
No, I mean he could be right. There is such a thing as wild shots. So
let me go look.
Which this falls under.
No. So wild shots are at -6. Other strike bonuses apply. PP don't apply.
Okay, so then it would be a 1, not a natch, and a dirty 1. So he's like,
You call it a dirty 1?
Yeah, this is dirty 20.
Yes,
dirty 20.
Called it a dirty 1.
Dirty 1.
He's claiming that.
Yes, I claim that.
All right.
I claim that.
So with that, I'm swinging into the inside of the doors, armed and ready to fight. So,
you swing in and do your best Black Hat impression, with your arm up. No, I'm just kidding. That's fucked up. with both
Power Ranger mode.
Yeah, with
like,
both. It's morphin' time, man. And then you slide into the that with your weapon drawn. The first one to see you is the first one to see you is not the soldier with mercenary with the minigun, because he was in the process of prying the doors and looking through himself when this all went down. The one that's directly to his left, facing you, and he's just like, whoa! He's just like,
oh, this ought to be good.
all right,
letting them fly, calling knockout.
all right. So, Mike, when you I'm sorry, not Mike, knocked him. Are you there, knocked him? I just want to be clear, and so we can move on with that. Knock him? Are you on mute?
Yeah.
He muted, man.
Damn.
Knocked him. Are you with us?
You are mute, sir.
All right. Anybody with his number, can you just reach out to him and see if he's going to continue to join us? I know he's dealing with some other personal issues. So, all right. So I'm going to come back to Fortune Teller and Artemis.
Yes.
Artemis, you're heading down, correct?
I am. Yes.
All right. Are you going solo, or are you going with an accompaniment?
We're with an accompaniment fire team, 4-man fire team. We're gonna go 2x2 cover fire, left, right. I'm gonna be in the center.
Okay.
We're gonna clear each corner and everything else like that. We're gonna do the hand on the shoulders. Make sure it's clear. We're gonna go down.
Just
I'm
so
gonna
that
have-
just so that we're clear, you guys are coming from the penthouse, so that's 93
We're taking the
floors.
stair.
If you're taking the stairs.
We're fast roping down. We're gonna rappel down as far as we can with 50 foot of rope.
All right, so that's gonna take you. It'll take you. My God.
Well, when the stairs be? No, the stairs wouldn't be fast, and the elevators are out.
Yeah, if the building's on lockdown, the elevators are definitely out.
So
93
stairs.
floors. How high is that? Jesus Christ. That's,
So we fast rope down through the staircase.
all right,
The middle of the staircase, you know how they had like their big square, like the
Yes.
space in between. We'll fast rope down that way
all right.
to the floor that we need to go to.
Takes you a minute or two. You get to as you get closer to the lobby level, you can hear gunfire and the sound of voices of people that are in this stairwell. Just for the most part, the ones you hear are women screaming as the shots are ringing out. And then there's a couple of people like, shut the fuck up! They're gonna know why we're here. And
Yelling at them is not gonna be helping.
somebody, one of the people that's at the door, like he took one of the fire axes from the, what do you call it, the break glass in case of emergency, and he used that as a door jam, and he's holding it away from the door itself because there are a couple of bullet holes you can see.
Right.
So he's like, shut the fuck up! Shut up! And he's just, holy shit!
Well, as silent as I am, so I snuck up behind him. I tell him,
When you rappel down, you see, holy fuck! Oh, thank God, thank God!
you do realize you screaming is not helping, telling people to shut the hell up in a situation they had never saw combat before.
It's like, really?
I understand.
That really?
I mean,
What
you
do we
can say
do?
something smart. I can put a gun in your hand and you can go fight with us, or you can take everybody else upstairs to a safer floor and stay there until it's clear.
Suddenly, everyone goes from panic to like, what the fuck is happening right now? No, I was kidding, man. But so he's like, there's at least there's at least a half dozen to 10 armed soldiers. I don't know what the fuck happened. Is it the police? Is it what's going on?
Shit.
So
Shit.
it's not the police. Get people upstairs into the next office. Lock the door. Close it until you hear my voice telling you it's all clear.
Are you sure? You sure you want to go out there? He's like, he's looking at you, and it doesn't look like you're. So describe your look in relation to a person's appraisal of your ability to protect and defend yourself.
I'm wearing. I'm about 5'9", athletically built. I'm wearing M-Flex armor.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the picture I have of, I had a picture of her
for your
before.
avatar. Okay.
Yeah, for my avatar I had before. I'm
So-
like that.
So he's just like, are you seriously going in there with a bow and arrow?
So there's bullet holes going through the glass. The glass is broken, right?
No, it's not bulletproof, but it's tempered glass.
No. Well, the tempered glass is broken, correct?
Yeah, that's how you can hear a lot of the gunfire.
All right, cool. As he says that, I put an arrow in the head of one of the assailants.
Okay. So
What?
he's
Shall I
just
roll?
like, no, you don't have to roll. So he's just like, all right, just for effect, just like, oh, really? And he's like,
While
Well,
he's talking, I'm
he's-
looking at him. I pull a Hawkeye.
so he
I put
just-
an arrow right in the guy's head.
no, I was just saying that's what happens. And the dude that's holding the door, he happens to take a peek after you shoot. He's like, she can handle herself. All right, everybody back upstairs.
Remember, do not open that door until you hear my voice. You
He's
understand?
like, wait, I gotta stand here because everyone else is heading in past your your
No,
your backup.
you will not be pulling. You'll not be pulling a whole door. Once we get in, You put that axe in that door to jam it as best as you can, and you get your ass upstairs with everybody else.
Aye, aye.
Do you understand?
He's like, on 3? On 2? What are we doing? You can,
I look at the
he
guys.
is like seriously nervous.
Weapons, safety's off. Safety's off.
Mhm.
2x2 cover fire. Left, right. I'm going through the middle.
All right. Let's roll initiative,
Great.
please.
Hold on.
That was such a sad scene, yo.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Hold the door.
And there goes my initiative. 24.
Okay.
Told him to hold the door.
So you come. He's like, all right, 1, 2, 3. He pulls it and pulls the axe, so you're able to rush through the door, and there's some obscurities in terms of smoke from the gunfire. There's still a small fire from the lobby, from the lobby desk, and I immediately identify in your sight line at least 4 that have taken up positions to fire into the lobby. 2 of your security guys are to your left, and they've taken up positions by the elevator and are shooting. At least 3 of the 6 security that were there are down. So
How bad? Down as in dead or down as in wounded?
Initial assessments, it could go either way. Some of them look mortal. One of them definitely has 2 of them look mortal. One of them definitely has a gray matter leaking out, so he's gone. And the other 3 are like, we need backup now.
Okay, the assailants, what are they wearing?
They're wearing tack armor, so
What kind of helmets? Face masks, anything like that?
face masks. So think the breach for John Wick 2, but not as, high tech.
All right, cool. All right, I guess kids' gloves are off. Let's go with. I tell the guys to calm down, keep giving suppressor fire, stay down. I go over to the guy that's wounded. I tear his pants leg. I make a tourniquet. I say, put pressure right here.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out a tampon and I put it right in the bullet hole, and I tie it down.
You know what? I'm even gonna.
Just looking at you like, are you? the look of it belies his ability to speak. It's just like, what the?
Say his pink.
He's like,
Say his
shit.
pink.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Really gonna complain right about now?
It's like, get me the fuck
All
out
right.
of here. It's like
Relax. Okay, cool. So first guy, I'm taking 2 shots at 2 of the assailants. Headshots both.
Okay.
I get +2 to armor piercing with one of my abilities,
Mm-hmm.
which drops down their AC. I can also use sniper if I want to. Gives me a +2 to the shot. So here we go, headshot. I'm not pulling any punches. These guys are the enemy. They're getting killed. So here we go. First roll, 23. Second roll, 29.
All right. So, in true Hawkeye fashion, they get hit in spots in the little creases between their face masks and their goggles and their helmets. So they go down shooting. You know, the strafing wild shot as they hit the ground. The other 2 combatants immediately not turn in your direction, but seeing that they're arrows, they're looking to find where you are. And one of them does see you, and he's bringing his weapon to bear.
All right, cool. I'm going to put an arrow in the barrel of his gun to jam it, so it blows up in his hand.
Okay. So you're going to use a simultaneous attack, correct?
Yes, here we go. 31.
All right. Only thing that can not knock this out is a nat 20. So when you do that, he doesn't even notice it, pulls the trigger, and it explodes, and he goes down, leaving the last attacker that you can see.
Let's see.
How many attacks do you have?
I have with the bow.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay. You've used 3.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And with this last guy, if I ask a question, would that be one of my actions?
No.
Twitch is upstairs, right?
No. Twitch is.
Who?
Fortune
teller. I'm sorry. Fortune teller.
Yeah.
You there?
Yes.
Do you need anybody for questioning?
Yes.
All right. Kneecap, heavy stun arrow.
Okay. These are called shots. So make your attack roll.
Yes, sir. Close. Coming back. I'm doing a kneecap shot not to be fatal, but to really hurt really bad so he ain't running away, and a heavy stun just to knock him the hell out.
Okay.
Let's go.
By the way, is Noctum staying? Is he with us or no?
He did not respond to me. He was soon as asleep.
Okay.
He's still on. It's just that he's not answering.
He's doing his medical
Probably.
thing. So, I mean, if
Yeah,
you can
he's
shoot him a
back in.
call instead of a text, maybe he's
First shot.
engaged. All right.
Kneecap,
Okay.
and heavy stun for knockout.
All right. So that's that's 7 of your 8, correct?
Yes.
All right. So all here's fuck and he's gonna take a wild shot at you. So as he goes down, he's like I'm picturing Ace Ventura 2. He's like
It's in the bone. It's in the bone.
as you hit him, and as he hit you hit him with the stun arrow, he's just like bringing his weapon like in your direction. So this is just a wild shot, and he misses that. The bullets sail wide.
You just want to hit somebody with a wild shot today. That's what it is.
Hey, Lou, check
Yeah.
and see if he shoots anybody else while they're there.
No,
he's not
dumbass.
Anyway.
Me. That's why.
Okay,
I'm giving him ideas.
roll perception, please.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Okay.
He just shot one of his men. How could you, Harvey?
Okay. So as you're basking in the glow, all you hear is clink, 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 clink. You just look down.
Grenade?
You can, yep. The
How many?
That's some bullshit.
2 grenades.
How many?
They
I
come. They
jump on
come
them.
from the darkness. So here's grenade.
I jump on them. I let my arm and myself take it.
Okay. What's the that one absorbs kinetic energy, correct?
Yes.
All right. So does it completely absorb it, or how does it work again?
Half damage from kinetic attacks.
Okay. And a grenade does 2d6 times 10?
Depends on the grenade.
This is frag
Could
grenade.
be 1d4, could be 2d4. Frag grenade? Oh, shit.
Frag grenade only does.
This is
I
like
think
1d.
it's 2d6 times 10.
Is it?
Yeah. Frag grenade is one of the nastiest.
I'm
Hold
not.
on.
It's not that serious. I'm using that. That was the first thing that came to my head.
Hold on.
Lou, is it a frag grenade or concussive grenade? Because that makes a difference right now.
He said frag.
He
If
said
it's a
frag.
grenade, your armor ain't gonna eat that. You know that, right?
Huh?
If it's a frag grenade, your armor's not gonna eat that.
What's the damage?
I'm looking. Towards the back of the damn book.
Hey Lou, you should have made it a roll for that, because maybe the guy would have rolled a 1 and tripped, and then the grenade
What?
just blew him up.
You're dumb.
A frag grenade is shards
There
of
you
metal.
go.
Hey, Mike's there.
Hi.
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Mike, do you
dozed
remember?
out.
You remember the damage for the frag grenade?
Off the top of my head, I think it's 1d6 times 10. I said.
We'll go with that.
Right here. I got it.
Okay.
The stupid game only has one. Back of the book only has the explosive. It says 2d4 times 10, but that's for the explosive grenade.
So he used explosive grenade.
All right. I'll just do 1d6. So 2d6 for both grenades.
This book is stupid.
They never updated it.
Nope.
All right. 60 points total, so half that would be 30. Once you land on it, now it's your final attack in this round. The grenades, they didn't necessarily come from the guy that you stunned, because remember there are more attackers, and it's just obscured. So you're not able to get a bead on where they came from. Just that they landed in your vicinity.
Okay, so using let's see. Oh, I use my thermal imaging. I'm able to see into darkness and through smoke.
Okay. Switching to thermal, there's still 3 more attackers. They're positioned. The one that most likely threw the grenades has the best position is 10 feet behind the one that you stunned, and I'm using he as a generic term. He is positioned by a column. You can see because half of his body is obscured by the column itself. So you
Ricochet arrow.
Okay. All right,
Pin
good.
him to that freaking column.
Do it.
Hit me with grenade. I start cursing in Greek under my breath.
Language.
So yeah, it is 1d6 times 10, and they have the PV of a 4.
Got you.
What is the PV? I never understood what the
The
PV
penetration
was.
value,
Penetration value.
and if I use that, yeah, there's no point.
Yeah. And natural 20. 19.
All right. Fuck!
Drills
Okay.
into his brain.
Bzz, bzz.
Nope. I just pin him to the freaking pillar.
Oh, here's you motherfucker!
You shouldn't have thrown those grenades. I'm gonna shove one down your throat, bitch.
We got another person for questioning.
But it,
So I tell the fire team, move out, clean up.
Yep, they're already engaged. So essentially, I'm focusing on you, but this just so that we're clear, everyone else is engaged. The other 3 security are engaged. Your team, your mini tag team, they're engaged. You're focusing on your immediate opponent.
Yes.
So they're doing their thing.
Okie dokie. So who's left? So I'm looking around. I'm not dropping my guard at all. I'm looking around. I wince a little bit because my ribs hurt.
Yeah, obviously you felt that, but your armor took the brunt of it. But you're going to have some serious bruising.
Yes, I know.
All right.
Bye-bye swimsuit weather.
Team Emerald and Twitch.
Now, no.
ENT. Hey, ET.
So you're once the other two are handled. They're taken care. They're taken care of. They're handled by your team, and in combination with the security, the sounds have stopped. There's still the smell of the gun smoke, gunfire. The area itself, they pretty much for some reason the sprinkler system had not activated, possibly because of the explosion from the initial explosion from whoever set that bomb off, the IED.
Right.
But that's where you are right now. Give me 1 second here.
What does your video sound like?
Huh?
No, it's a mess up.
For a second, I thought he was going to play the A-Team music.
Nice. All right, so in the midst of all that, once people don't really take into account how gunfire affects the actual hearing. So, and it's extraordinarily loud. There is going to be some latent tinnitus, that high pitched whine from all this energy to now nothing. But over the din of that, you hear. Let's see if it comes up.
Yeah, what?
Just like, where is that coming from? And just in front of you, the first person that you took down, he sits up. As he's sitting up, his head is at an angle that the neck shouldn't be able to support. That doesn't twist, and he's just like, his shoulders start distending, and his arms his face starts to pop. You saw the second iteration of the thing.
Yeah.
So he's like, and he starts to sit up, and by sit up, his entire lower half is twisted, so that it's pushing him up, but it's not in a way that he should be able to move. He's starting to. The clothing is starting to fall off of him. He's like. All right, knocked him. So,
All right. Pucker factor 900.
you're gonna need to roll a horror factor. Can you do that now in advance, please? Artemis.
Horror factor. Let's see, combat. Circles. Yes. Hell yes. Thank you.
Sorry, sir, you missed it by 1.
Wait, you have a plus 14 versus horror factor?
Oh, plus 10 versus horror factor.
Did you roll it though?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
got a 13.
All right.
13.
All right.
13? So it's 19.
No, 19 was the last shot I hit.
Yeah,
Homeboy with.
that's what it shows up on the screen for some stupid reason. There's a
I
delay
think a 19.
between what I
Cool.
see on the
Alright.
Twitch stream with Roll20. That's why I was like, wait, 19? Okay. Now, knocked him. Once you appear at your destination, which the last place you saw was the front gates, or just inside the front gates, which is where you were initially met by the colonel. Was it colonel or major? Either way, by the
Colonel.
by the CEO. When you appear there, and you're just, there's something more to you. You ever get that tingly feeling of drinking too much caffeine, and it's almost as if you have too much energy. And
Right.
when you arrive, there's this outward blast of air that normally does not happen. So he's like, and it's almost as if you step through the fog. Now, your brain is immediately, I just went through all this dust. So that's what this is. And to a degree, yes, it is. But once you emerge from it, there's no dust around you. It's nothing in the air. But looking at your hands as these soldiers are rushing towards you, with the lieutenant, what's her name?
Give me a second, man.
With your contact. Your contact is rushing towards. There's you can see a retrofit.
Zabo, Lieutenant Laura Zabo.
Okay.
Yeah, Zabo. Lieutenant
So
Zabo.
Lieutenant Zabo is rushing towards you with maybe about with a squad of men. All of them are armed, obviously, with their M16s, and they're rushing towards you. There's a truck that's being pulled out of one of the from your line of sight. It's coming from your right to your left and making the left turn and going towards you, assuming that that's the truck that they retrofit to be able to house the children that you initially wanted them to do. They all stop. They're about maybe 10 yards away. As they get closer to you, the light is, I mean, there's enough daylight, but when you arrive, it's almost as if you extended the shadows beyond your ability to do currently, that you understand your ability to do. So everything around you is dark. They stop. They're looking at you, but just above you. And you're just, I'm taking some liberties, but you're looking, like with that feeling, you're looking at your hand. You're looking at your hands. Your fingertips the shadows of your shadow power is extending. It's almost like an armored, like a medieval armored glove. This just extending to clawed fingertips about an extra 3-4 inches from your actual hand. And it's almost as if they're wrapped around you. And it's like you have this if it looks solid, but you know that it isn't. You don't have this.
Right.
Your shadow form doesn't allow you to solidify, but this thing, it seems to have taken a shiny, black, slick look around your arms, around your chest. It's almost rocky, and you can touch it. And when you touch it, it just feels cold. You get this cold sensation. You can see it's emanating from your harness.
All right.
The center mass of your harness, where your singularity is housed, doesn't have any of that. That's the only empty space. So consider the first Iron Man armor, where everything is just bulk except that centerpiece where the power unit is housed.
Right. Except in my case, I've got what is essentially a void.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to. So I don't have don't have my usual setup today. Obviously, I'm going to yell for them to stop and open the unit.
Okay, so several of her men, they immediately take positions with their weapons trained, and she holds them back. Just say, don't shoot, don't fire, do not fire. It's like, Agent Noctum, are you okay? What is that?
Lieutenant Zabo, I found more than and I need to be contained now.
So she's like, move, and the truck drives past her. What am I do? The driver, as he's driving towards you, immediately jams on the brakes when he gets like maybe 10 feet, because you can see him looking at, again, just above you. He's looking in your direction, but just above you. And his mouth is open. He's just like, he mouths the words "What the fuck?"
Right.
And
I know that whatever they're seeing, the visuals got to be ridiculous, and I don't have time to marvel at it myself. The idea is to get into the unit.
Okay.
I'm going to just go in.
He jumps out. Two of the soldiers from her group, they go to the back. You can see the right door open and swings out. And they're like, she's just like, go, go, and moves away to your right to give you a wide berth. They all give you a wide berth. You get to the back of the truck itself. You can fit in it. It has the step ladder. They put that down. Problem is, as you get closer to it, you become heavier. It's almost as if there's a weight now starting to crush you.
But inside the unit is dark, isn't it?
Inside the unit is covered with. There's and thank you for asking because I had to describe that. There are white discs that you can see all along the walls and the ceiling of the truck. It's a box truck, sort of like a modified U-Haul, but it's a military truck. And there's wiring. There's all of this stuff that looks. It looks like something that you were reading about, as far as like a power dampener. But as far as you understand it, as I explained before, power dampening technology is not readily available and still in prototype phase.
Right, it's latent. Yeah. Okay.
So that would explain a lot of the exposed wiring and shit like that.
So I go from hovering forward to actually walking forward.
Oh, no. I'm sorry again. As I said, the weight takes you from the hover to a walk. So
exactly.
When you get to that point, when you're hovering, it's almost as if someone's exerting a gravity power and forcing you to the ground, which shouldn't happen. You should have that kind of control. And you are, in fact, trying to hover, but this external weight is just keeping you down.
Right. Okay, Lou. I will take out the grapple gun, and I will fire it into the unit. How far away is the unit from me?
15 feet.
15 feet. I will fire the grappling hook, and I will pull the coil. It's got a Hello?
I don't know if he's talking.
I think he sometimes goes in and out of.
Because of the connection.
I don't have listed.
All right, say that again, Mike.
But basically, the idea will be the idea is to use the micro grapple gun
to pull you towards the truck. Okay. If I understand you, you're going to use the micro grapple gun to pull you into the unit. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, you're in and out. So the effect.
Oh, why? Yeah, let me take care of this real quick.
The effect does. Your intent does have the corresponding effect, but it's extraordinarily slow. Again, it's almost as if your shadow power is pushing you away. It's like a polarized. It's like magnets. The opposite attract, the opposite polarity. You get closer to it, and from behind you, you hear that you turn towards the sound, just instinct. And the soldier that's closest to you, to your right, by where his legs are, your shadow has extended to wrap around his feet, and they're extending up his body. And he's like, he starts shooting at it, but to no effect. As he's shooting at it, just above you, you can hear from from just I'd say about a foot above your head, you can hear as all the bullets exit that spot above you and start shooting in random directions into the cab.
Oh, crap. How close am I at this point, though?
You've 3/4 of the distance, so what did I say, 15 feet, so you're about 5 feet away.
Okay. Let's see. What are my options here?
Then another soldier. Ah! 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 If I had to describe it, it's as if your shadow is trying to use them as anchors.
Yeah, that's what I figured. How long has it been since I arrived here?
No more than 3-4 minutes.
Okay. So then there is actually, to be honest, no more than 3-4 minutes. How long has it been since the truck opened up? Since the unit was opened up, the containment unit?
I don't know, about half that time.
Okay. Well, anyway, doesn't matter because at this moment, knowing that I'm close enough and that I've gone past the original time frame, I just teleport right into the thing.
Okay.
Because I can do it once per round.
Okay.
And it doesn't use an action.
That's fine. Focusing on your goal, you phase out, and instead of moving forward, you move back about 20 feet. And now your shadow's extended to capture at least a half dozen more soldiers.
Oh, wow.
This thing is really...
So Sergeant Zabo, she just managed to avoid one of the tendrils. It's like, what the fuck?
All right.
So she's yelling, but in the din, you can't make out what she's saying because they're still shooting.
Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Energy signature that I've been noticing, right?
Yes.
The way the system has been working.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do something. All right. I need to hack my own system, basically, because I got to treat this like it's a hack.
Okay.
Like somebody's hacking my system. So there is a foreign signal that's been a problem for some time now, right?
Correct.
I do have a computer online. I'm using it. You said that it would be a time before stuff got compromised, but is my stuff still working? The rest of the stuff.
What do you mean? What do you mean by the rest of the stuff?
The RISC computer is attached.
Oh, okay.
It's a separate unit attached to, like.
So it's not a part of the harness, but you use it in tandem.
Yes, I use it. Yes.
Okay.
I can link them all together, so that's not an issue. Because it's the harness and the boots, so it's multiple pieces of the unit that create the Wraith system in total. So the harness, the belt, the boots. But anyway, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hack the main system, which is, let me make sure I'm saying this right.
You trying to hack the main Wraith system?
Yeah, the main Wraith system.
Okay.
Teleport. Yeah. So the teleport in the super invention is the main unit. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to hack that because I need to close down all signal generation and receiving. All signal generation and receiving needs to be shut down. That's what I'm trying to work on.
Okay.
So it's a computer hack. That's what I'm starting off with.
All right.
Unless you tell me otherwise.
Nope. That's where you want to start. That's where you start. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me get to roll 20. So my percentage is 95. I'm doing it off mobile, so it's
Yeah, and there's no penalty because it's your own system. But go ahead.
okay. Fantastic. Nothing is happening.
I see a 43.
Okay.
All right. Once you're able to bypass your security, what you notice is that your entire operating system has been cloned.
Wow.
So what you've been operating under is the cloned version. You see two parallel operating systems, one that's heavily compromised, and then
Right.
the one which is where the base signal was coming from, and then the one you've been operating under. And that one is the clone system is operating with the math is wrong, which is why your teleportations have been off.
All right.
And your powers have been a
And-
little off.
And the logic bomb is not with me.
No, it's operating on the same. In
No, I'm
essence,
thinking.
you go ahead.
I'm thinking about the logic bomb that I made.
Yeah.
That's back at base.
Okay.
And I don't have the time to try to recreate that on the fly here.
No.
So what I got to do is
You can
something
duplicate it, but yeah, it'll take too long.
different. Yeah, I don't have the time for that.
Mhm.
And this is a clone system, so what I need to do with this clone system, out of character.
Just
See,
just so we're clear, your system is not externally linked. I know you made sure that you told me about that. So for it to
Yes.
have been cloned is an in your mind is an impossibility.
yeah, I know, but there's been a rogue signal involved.
Yep.
For some time now, and it does have wireless capability. I just have it turned off by default.
Mm-hmm.
So a hacker worth their salt could have turned it on, and I wouldn't have even noticed. Or a hacker that's an AI, a highly advanced AI that's been built.
Yeah, a lot of possibilities here.
Yeah, so what I'm looking at is, all right, out of character, Steve, you're better at this than I am in real life. All right? I need your feedback on this. Clone system, something that's not in my control entirely, but it's in my possession. I need to be able to reroute it, shut it down, or trick it. Best suggestion.
If it's cloned,
Mm-hmm. It's a clone.
you can it's cloned as many tangent. Just turn off you can shut down the processes for it. Because it's a clone, it's cloned. So if you shut down the processes of it, like isolate it to like a I don't know how many cores you got. Isolate it to one or two cores and shut the cores down. And it'll shut down
Right.
that's
All right, so yeah. Well, Lou, then I will run with that. I will run with basically trying to isolate that clone down to as few cores as possible,
Mm-hmm.
which one will degrade its processing power and its ability to do anything. And also, if I can get it down to a small enough size, I will start shutting its processes down. So yeah, just what Steve said.
Okay. Doing that takes no more. With your abilities, you're able to cycle through that really quickly. And at this, once you start shutting it down and degrading it to the lesser processing power, the effect of the shadow armor is starting to wear out in the sense where it's phasing back into what you know to be your shadow power.
Mm-hmm.
However, the soldiers themselves are still screaming. But once you get it to where you have isolated that clone signal and you're in full control, you can hear too late. And you're now in control. What are you doing?
Well, so one, shutting those processes down entirely.
Yep.
Two, using the combat computer that I have, the super soldier thing, using my combat computer to map those particular soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
where they're at, and time it takes to get to them. It's still light. It's still light, but they have shadows themselves. And I'm going to guess that their shadows are extending.
So not so much extending, but the tendrils that emanated from you. Once you shut down once you shut down this external source, this external signal, the tendrils, they separated, but they're still in shadow. It's almost as if there's a disk of shadow below them. It's causing some sort of weird metaphysical Rembrandt lighting, where half of their body is in shadow and half of it's in the light that's coming from the ambient, the sun. And they're all standing straight, and they're all staring at you with that smile. And as you're assessing the situation and you hear the words "too late," they all fall into that shadow and the disc's closed.
Wow.
A whole bunch of colonies now.
But now your system right is at the point that your operating system has been corrupted to the point where all of your ability to extend the hold on everyone inside of your void has been drastically reduced. So for the time being, until you can get this thing repaired, your durations are going to be cut down to a tenth of their duration of the time that you normally would have.
You need to reinvite him.
Oh.
You know what his power sounds like almost? The darkness almost. Minus him making his own minions.
What do you mean the darkness? Is that a comic?
Remember the comic book character, the darkness? In which he had this power of the darkness, and it was a female named Angelus trying to go after him. And
I'd have to look it up. Is it from one of the
old?
Is it old one from like the 90s?
It's from Image. It's from Image.
Okay.
Image, and he couldn't have sex because if he had sex, he would like something to the point where if he had sex with Angelus or whatever, she would take the power from him and it would kill him. It tied in with Witchblade.
Okay. I have to look that up. It sounded familiar. I just didn't.
Yeah.
This is like 30 years ago. Shit. All right. So I re-invited him. So.
Who do we lose?
Mike.
Oh.
Oh, sweet Christmas. This is going to be good.
All right, so while we're waiting for him, we're going to come back to Fortune Teller. So you're watching this over what the few monitors and the body cam footage from the breachers that are on Artemis's team. They seem to have taken care of but one, as I described it earlier. It's you don't pick up on the sounds. All you hear is "What the fuck is that?" And they're all turning their cameras towards this thing as it's transforming. It's like it because of all the smoke and everything. It's almost as if it's coming out of the smoke. It's being generated from the smoke itself. It's like orders. Oh, what are your orders? Do we shoot?
Pull back.
You might be muted.
I'm going to
Fortune Teller.
Who, me? I'm muted?
No, Fortune Teller.
Oh, okay.
Team.
So Tim is just like,
I need visual on the roof.
Huh? What?
Visual of the roof.
Re-invite Mike.
All right, I'll re-invite
The His Zoom had crashed on his phone. Just read my.
Okay.
I'll get him.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And he puts up the security footage. Nothing on the roof. He's like, "What am I looking for? Are they coming from the roof?"
I do not know, but I rather see if just in case.
Did I get him? Did he come back?
Okay, so we'll put the video back. What's happening in the lobby? With,
All right, you go back to the scene. That would take us back to Artemis. Are you doing anything else besides just watching on the monitors? Like a bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Open the staircase, Lou.
Uh-huh.
And here, if there's like any footsteps coming from above, below.
There is, there's the 3 flights up to the penthouse, so nothing from above. And if they're coming up from below, you're not going to hear them. You're like 90 floors up.
Okay, just want to make sure nobody's coming
He's just looking like, anybody?
No, my whole thing right now, I know I would really like to be downstairs. My whole thing right now is to make sure that if something is coming, that I at least protect these people on this floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just stay put, and we're going to keep on watching the visual. And what I do is I'll go on the comms and ask Artemis if he does need backup.
I think I should be good for right now. Team, pull back position. I'm trying to get this creature away from you guys. Lay down a little bit, suppressing fire. I'm gonna. Oh well. Dad, forgive me. I'm pulling out the explosive arrows.
Okay. You get those ready. We'll knock those. Back to the other team. So, Sage, you had slid in, and the mercenary immediately he just sees you. He's just like, "Nani?"
Letting them fly.
I'll give you a surprise attack. Go ahead.
They went from whatever language they were speaking to Japanese.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's 21. No,
That's
sorry.
3.
I'll let you know right now.
Did he say that was the 21 with that fucking 3? Javi is.
Yeah.
I'm going to just like I'm done.
He's like, "Nah, I quit." It was like that dude that left the gym when Saitama did his training, his trial.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay. You throw your daggers, and he's just like, "Huh? Nani?" He's like, "Wait, I'm not Japanese."
You get a chance to dodge. Shit.
And if they don't dodge, they still get a chance to save.
No, it's a surprise. So
Yeah, I know.
I mean, a save against a knockout.
Yeah, no, that's what I just rolled. So he's just like, "Huh?" That leaves his friend, who turns to look at him and then turns to look at you.
In that motion that he's turning to look at him,
Uh-huh.
I'm doing the Goku, flash stepping right to him and attacking him.
You can't really
Again
do
for the
that.
knockout.
All right. So, go ahead, roll strike.
He flashed up to this guy?
No. That's just his fancy way of saying he moves quickly.
Where did you get these bad guys from? Family Dollar? What the hell, Lou?
34, and that's a knockout.
Got him from Eric's book.
Wait, where the fuck did you roll that? I don't see it. I don't see any roll.
A 16 plus my 18.
Does anybody else see the roll on roll 20? Because all I see is
Yeah, I see a 16.
Yeah, I see a 16.
I still just don't
Why
believe
am I-
that 3 fucking hit.
why am I not seeing it? All right.
Yeah, it's 16 down.
I see a 16.
You know me, Lou. I'm not gonna lie, man. This
No,
is
that's
16,
fine.
man.
I just want to make sure.
That 3 is still fucking with me though.
Yeah.
All right. So you hit, but you don't knock him out. And
He's gonna return fire.
what's the damage?
No, that's an actual knockout.
What are you talking about?
That 16 is an actual knockout.
He actually gets to save.
The reason he doesn't save for the 3 is because it was an unnatural 16, 17, 18.
Whether it's a natural or not, you still get a save. It's just an automatic.
Not with a natural, not with a called shot knockout. Not with a natural roll.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's the.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, it's,
You always get a save.
You always get a save.
I thought you only got a save when you don't get the natural.
No. You the natural
Save.
roll is just it's a lower threshold.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
My bad.
I mean, no, I applaud your confidence, and there's something to be said about that. So, you hit him. He stumbles, but now we're going to initiative.
All right.
I want initiative. We didn't get a shot off.
Take it easy.
He did the surprise attack. His homeboy saw him. He got hit.
He turned to look at his friend first, which gave him an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Because that's where his natural inclination is. My guy's to my left. What happened to you? Oh, shit. Something happened to him. Who the fuck is doing this?
Got hit, so he's up. So
then you got Rey
let's go.
Mysterio over here. Like,
Shit. Killed me when he threw homeboy down the elevator shaft.
what initiative did you roll?
24.
Okay. Do you have a plus 11 to initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you get your first attack.
This is the guy with the Gatling, right? That's still standing?
Correct. With the minigun.
Minigun. Not a Gatling.
Chopping his head off.
A Gatling gun.
But with the Gatling, had to spin first.
Call shot head.
Okay.
Double slice. Doing the cut through. The cut through scene from anime?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, please.
You know, if you actually do that, you don't get to parry at all, right? If something happens.
And that would be a 29.
Okay. No. Ooh.
They rolled that natural 20. That would have been great.
Off with the head.
All right.
If there was a possibility of parrying bullets after missing both strikes with a sword, then there's no reason he should have been here after failing.
What was that?
Yeah. What?
There'd be no reason for the time travel if he was able to parry bullets with his sword.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. So you just like the fact that gun could have cut you in half spurred you on to take this drastic action of cutting him and taking his head off.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, wait a minute. I think I have a sound for that.
Head cutting or the Gatling going off?
No. Although that would be.
Well,
All right.
The diaper wedding. What about that one? You got that one?
Now what? Because now you can hear footsteps coming in your direction. Well, boots on the ground coming in your direction.
wow. He's got the entire fire team?
Well, I assume they're coming from the direction I just left.
What Lou was saying is that me and Emmy went to the wrong floor.
I think I'm in the wrong building.
Lou.
Yes, they're coming from your left. Around there's the elevator that the first elevator leads down that hall, so you don't have a line of sight. There's just a 90-degree turn, so you'd have to go down the hall and to the right, which is about from where you were, half the distance, about 15 feet.
Okay. Is there anything that I can hold on to from the top?
No.
Even if it's just bare bare fingers?
No. This is not vaulted ceiling, so you're talking about maybe 12 feet.
Yeah, but there's nothing at the corner where I can hold out.
Oh no,
hold onto
it's
the-
all recessed lighting, so no.
But even with the recessed lighting, there should be a notch to it.
No, recessed lighting means it's going into the ceiling.
Yeah, but there should be some knock on it, because where would the light come from? There should be like at least a slight
The
open.
light gets screwed in. So it's a disc, it's a cup. It's essentially a cup. The light gets screwed in. So the only thing that's sticking out, even just a little bit, is the light itself. It's a light bulb.
Light bulb?
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing to grab onto in your immediate vicinity. Elevator doors.
Fuck it.
To your
The
right,
spike
to your right, there's a long hall that goes another 30 feet, and then to the left.
All right. So with the spike and tow line,
Mm-hmm.
shoot them up. Since they're not going to make any sound, really.
Mm-hmm.
Pull myself up and put myself completely parallel to the ceiling.
Okay, make a stealth roll. I will give you that.
$19.
Okay, so you Batman it and you make yourself flat. Just so that we're clear, you're facing the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm turning so I can see them coming from the angle that I'm at.
Okay.
Put in the head.
About three of them, they come around the corner with their weapons drawn. They stop as soon as they turn and see the fucking carnage with a headless tank guy, and they're not looking around. They just, in other words, they're not just going, there you are. No, but they're from where you are, and say about 15 feet away, 15, 20 feet away. So two of the three, I
just see three right now.
Three right now. So two of
Do
the
I
three
hear
rush.
anybody else coming in behind them?
You hear voices, but you don't see any. You don't hear any.
I don't hear footsteps.
You don't hear footsteps coming in your direction. So the two of the three, they rush towards their fallen comrade, because one of them is just like, you had knocked him out, but he's still breathing. He's just making like gurgling noises. And then the spurts from the headless corpse and the twitching from that. And the third one who's knocked out, and he's splayed out on the other side. So they rush towards the companion, run directly under you. The other one rushes back in the other direction, out of sight.
Okay. So as the other one rushes back, and these two come up from under me, being that there's a 15-foot gap, he's going to be out of sight as I fall behind the two that are running under me. Knockout.
Okay.
Knock them out.
Yeah.
All right. So you land and you easily take them down.
Now, as that happens, I'm going to turn the corner real quick to see what else is down the hallway.
All right. At the furthest end, there are no lights. They seem to be motion activated. You know, like you'd have to pass under them in order for the lights to turn on. But to the left, where they were coming out, there is a door frame, and like once you hit that corner, that last mercenary that had run back down the corridor, you could just see like the one of his boots as he goes into the space.
Okay, so the lights should be turning off as I'm looking down.
Well, I mean, you don't know the timing of them, but no, it doesn't.
Are they still on? Or are they turning off?
They're still on.
Because if they're still on, I'm going to run behind him and get to that corner.
Well, they're still on. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So since they're motion activated, they're not going to know that I'm there because they're already on.
Correct.
So I'm going to get to that corner where he just turned and then take a look. Because obviously there's nothing coming up from ahead because they're off.
Okay.
And
So-
as soon as the light comes on from that peripheral, I
Mhm.
know something's coming from that end.
Understood. Once you get there, you can hear voices. You can hear someone talking on what seems to be someone's talking into something. There's like, what's up? I'm not racist. It's just not a
it's either-
language he understands.
It's either Vietnamese or Cambodian.
Okay.
Either one of those two.
So you can hear a lot of now you can hear multiple like weapons being cocked. And
How many times did I hear that click?
About 8 total.
That's gonna be stretching my skills, but fuck it.
Okay.
Well,
As long as one of them
put
is
on a
a mini gun, I'm good.
Right. I'm gonna go back to floor 2. Once you gather yourselves for what you just witnessed, and the heat finally dissipates. There's a really strong smell of ozone in the air. Then there's a fire suppression system that's kicking in. You hear, what is it? He's like, "Bah." It's like, fire suppression activated. Please leave the area.
Oh, the Halon system.
So it's like,
Oh, fuck.
Basically, the air is being sucked out of the room.
correct, out of the hallway.
God, where's you go on my foot?
I gotta get us out. All right, so I'm gonna have to go back towards the way we came, not the way we entered, and get us out of there. I don't need to breathe when I'm in light point, but you do.
Twitch immediately starts feeling the compression on his throat.
Well, he's in. Well, oh yeah, he wasn't in a bubble at the time, right?
No.
Yeah, your bubble.
Yeah, you were in. Yeah, he was in your tether, but there's.
But you had a thin field on you. You didn't have. So with the thin field, you can still breathe. With a dome or a sphere, you'll have at least some air trapped inside. So I'll shape it into a bubble so you have some air, so you don't have to worry about the halon system. And I'm gonna basically drag us out of back towards the elevator shaft.
He's gonna roll him out the shaft.
So that's how I'm gonna get us out of there.
Okay, so now you're hovering in the shaft itself. Your light is just you, Sage, are just looking, and you're just like, there's it's almost like a floodlight behind you. You turn, and you just like, you can just see that that little spot where where the doors. The slit where the door is, and that spot where you were looking through is just like a floodlight coming right in your direction. Hold on. Pause. So I'm going to go back to these guys. So you're floating there, up and down. Looking down, you can see there's a stream of blood coming down one of the elevator shaft doors, like from the floor into the inside of the elevator shaft. You know it's blood because you're illuminating it, and that's and it is bright crimson.
I look at Twitch and say, I think Sage found the right door. And I head towards the door.
Dude, I'm gonna put the clip in the gun, and I'm gonna take the safety off and cock it. Being primate.
Okay.
And
as soon as you put it in, is that you can hear.
So, and I'm gonna head towards where Sage is, obviously, because clearly he's the only one that makes a mess like that.
All right, one at a time. So, all right. So, Twitch, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Is there a data port on the gun?
It is. What languages do you speak?
Languages I speak?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got an extensive number of languages.
Okay. Specifically Asian.
I got. Don't see what the hell they are.
I speak Japanese.
Okay.
You would need Vietnamese or Cambodian, I think.
Oh well.
I got Hindi. Hold on, I know they're listed here somewhere. They're scattered for some reason. I know I got Spanish. I got Hindi. I took a language for every freaking branch just so I can have the color. Where the hell did it go? I'm about to open up because I can't see it on this thing. The character sheet that Mike hates so much. I can't see it on there.
I'll see if I see it.
I know I got Hindi. I got
I have
Hindi
a question
dragon.
for you, Blue. Just real quick.
Yep.
When that floodlight, is it stretching across the dark part? Is it stretching into the darkness? That's how bright
Yeah,
it is?
it pretty much illuminates the rest of that hall. There are 3 doors to your left and none to your right.
Okay. But there's nobody at the other end.
No.
But anybody can see that clear beam of light going
Correct.
straight through. Okay, so with that, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to go up to the ceiling and I'm going to hold tight there.
Okay.
All right. It's under my ear. Hold on.
Where is it under? The Scholastic?
No, it's under aliens. No, I got. Here we go. I speak English, Mandarin, Arabic, French, Russian, Portuguese, and Hindi.
None of those languages are present.
Okay, so,
There
well,
are
then-
numbers, but you don't know if that corresponds to anything. Right now, it has 20, the number 20 on it, and then a bunch of other letters or characters.
and there isn't. So I was looking to see if the gun had a data port. Does the gun itself have a data port?
Has a
No.
Tesla symbol.
No, it does not have a data port that you can find.
Okay, no problem. So then, I'm just gonna. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
I'm going down. We're going down to go see what Sage is doing.
That's up to Twitch. I mean, Emerald.
Yeah, that's what we were both doing.
Okay. You float down to the first elevator doors. Those are the ones that are jammed shut, but have that little space to be able to see. Then you have the one to your furthest right. That one is open. That's where the blood is. That's where you see the headless corpse. And then you also see a minigun. And the other two, and the other 4 that are splayed out. Don't know if they're dead or not. Assuming they're dead, maybe because of the headless corpse. However, don't know. One of them is.
I'm going to follow the trail of bodies.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to follow the trail of breadcrumbs.
All right. You floating into the hall. There's the left and right, but the
I asked Emmy to drop me real quick so I can check the bodies.
I'll let you out.
I'm gonna check the bodies.
Okay.
Checking for because of where we are. The first thing I checked for is for data cards. Cards, keys, whatever they're using nowadays here in this place.
Okay. You do see data. You do see what looks like data cards, but no pictures on them. They're just.
Take them.
Yeah.
Take them all. Don't even stop to think about it. I take them all. Mm-hmm. I take their IDs if they have them on them. I take those 2.
No IDs. No IDs. Just the data cards.
I take the data cards. The first thing I do is take the data cards. The second thing I do is take another pistol as a backup from one of them if they have one.
Yeah, they're all carrying 9mm.
Then I take a 9mm and take whatever clips they got, and then I look for explosives.
2 of them have grenades, flashbang, and 2 concussive grenades.
I take those 3.
Yeah, basically the pineapple grenades, which I'm assuming are frag grenades.
The pineapple one, the pineapple grenades are frag grenades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I radio over comms to Sage. Like, Sage, what's the sit rep?
I'm fucking scared. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm at the 4th level, sub level.
Let's just sit rep. I see the corpses.
Oh.
I'm in the ever foreboding shadows.
So from his position, I'm at his what? If it were 12 o'clock straight down, it would be his 2.
You don't know where he's positioned. That's the thing.
You don't know which one I'm
If he
facing.
sees the corpses that he's talking about.
Oh, they're so you would be
If he's facing down the
it'd be
hallway where I
6
went, that's 12.
It'd be 6, 5, 4, 3. It'd be your 4? 4 o'clock?
So I tell him 4 o'clock down the left, right?
That'd be the right if it's 4 o'clock. Left is 9 o'clock.
If it's right, it's 4 o'clock. If it's left, it's 9.
It's your 4, his 9.
Okay. So I let him know that. I'm waiting on assailants to breach the hallway any second now. There's about 8 of them, possibly.
Dear audience, none of us are actually military. Please understand.
Just James.
Just James.
What did he say?
So you're just trying to put their positioning in a clock position. So
Okay, so he's hanging on the ceiling.
he's on the 12 o'clock position. That would put them on an L to the right. His southeast.
L to the right, southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Is 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yeah. His 4, they're 9.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm gonna start hanging up. I'm trying to catch up to M because she's ahead of me.
And I let him
No,
know.
I'm with
No,
you.
M is with you.
No, I'm with you. Yeah,
M is impossibly lighting up this place to the point where you're barely able to see.
I let you guys know that there are
And you
assailants.
specifically, Sage, can see that bright. It went from the beam of light to the entire back, the entire section from where you came from, being flooded with Emerald's light.
Okay, so now it's even flooding that section that the guard went through. Okay, so they're definitely going to be coming to see what's going on with that fast. So do I hear any footsteps coming up fast now?
Well, I'm trying to resolve what they're doing.
Well, I'm letting them know they're coming. And I heard about 8 clicks, meaning that there's 8 armed men about to go engage you guys.
I take that bait.
All right.
There could be more. And there's a possibility they may be heavily armed because the ones that originally came out with M16s and the minigun.
Yeah, I saw that sexy thing. Anyway, M, can you dim? Can you dim real low and then just go real bright?
Absolutely. I reduced the illumination of my body.
Okay.
So
Then when they come around the corner, just
that's a simple bed light. Just reduce my glow.
yo, let me know when they come around the corner. We'll flash the crap out of
All right, so now you do hear footsteps. Then you hear a couple of clicks, and then some metal clacking. This is metal clanging on the ground, and from your vantage point, out come 2 grenades. Not
Throw my
frags
visor down.
to flashbangs, smoke grenade. So
I flip my visor down.
Okay. Well, the flash won't do anything to me, but what I can do is it's just flash. It just makes you flash and smoke.
Yep.
All right.
That's the immediate effect right now.
All right. I basically just like. And you said you have polarized lenses on Twitch.
Yeah, I put my visor down in my helmet.
Okay. Neither one of us are going to be affected by it specifically.
That's
I'm
irrespective of the people that are using the grenades.
Right. You know, this is what I do when they come around. Right. I'm gonna say that's not a light. That's a light, and blind the shit out of them.
Well, no one is entering the hall just yet. This is just the immediate effect.
No, I'm saying when they do, that's going to be what I'm
okay.
going to.
So you're waiting at the end of the hall is what essentially what you're doing to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
taking up position in the hole.
So they came from under me, or whoever was the one that threw the grenades.
Yes.
I saw come under me.
No, no,
And
no.
throw those
No
to the
one
other
came.
end.
The grenades came from the door frame, from inside the room into the hall. So they threw the grenades. That's where the clanging of the metal. You heard the footsteps come closer. The grenades came out. They exploded. As a matter of fact, do you have an MOH helmet or anything like that? Any
Yeah,
protective
the glasses
eyewear?
with the receiver. It's the mask.
Gotcha. I just want to make sure.
No, but the reason I'm asking, because the way you made it, right? There's a distance between where they're at the corner to the corner that I'm at, and where did those flash grenades actually?
They came from
go?
inside the room. So wherever.
No, where did they go? Is it in between
No,
us?
in the hall. So almost, it's almost directly under you.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
then it would have never affected the other two. It would have literally just affected me.
Correct. This is just the effect that they're able to ascertain. At any point, you hear the explosion. There's a difference. From my understanding, there's a difference between a frag grenade and a flashbang.
Yes, there is a great
Yes, there
difference.
is a very big difference.
Okay.
Big difference.
So you know the differences. The only thing, the one major difference is your ability to hear.
Yes.
So at this point, all he is. But when you're looking from in the smoke, you can see the laser sights, at least 6 of them.
All right. Thermal.
Okay. So we're running out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this here, and I'm going to come back to Noctum. So Noctum, what was the last thing you remember?
The last thing I heard you saying was that the creature saying too late, and then
Gotcha.
the app.
So when you, after that voice, you're able to regain your power. You pull back your shadows to what you understand to be your control, what you know that is your control. But the half dozen soldiers that were cloaked in that Rembrandt lighting, unnatural shadow that was you initially. They're standing in what could only be described as a disc of that shadow energy. And as you're preparing you said you were going to try. I'm assuming you were going to try to pull them into your void, right?
No, first I was tracking the targets,
right,
and then I was going to move to each one of them
and grab them
and pull them into the void.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you get a gauge of where they are positionally, they all fall into the void almost voluntarily. Then those discs they close and disappear, leaving you with Sergeant Zabo and the rest of her contingent with more soldiers arriving. So she's like, stay away, don't move. She has her sidearm out.
I move back towards the center, out of the way, and I take a knee, hold a hand up, and I say, my system's been compromised.
Your system has been compromised because that was another byproduct of it. The programming corruption was so rooted that in order for you to effectively reboot, you're going to need to reboot it, and to reboot it means you're going to have to extricate those people from the void.
Right.
And
so now I'm going to the containment unit.
Okay. So she's essentially, everyone in the immediate vicinity had failed their version of the horror factor for what happened. So by the time she gets her bearings, you're already in the truck. And you could see she's just like, hit it. And the discs, they start to glow, they start to whirl to life. And you can feel the energy starting to leave you, where you're now reverting back to normal. But the problem is the harness itself doesn't operate on the same principle.
Right.
Because it's not necessarily a power. It's a machine that's generating this,
Right.
and the power source itself. Yeah, right. You get what I'm saying. Shut up. So the machine is generating the abilities that anyone else would normally have naturally.
Right. I'm non-super basically.
Correct.
This is a non-super
Be right back.
So now you're at a point where you know that it's muting your suit, but it's still functioning. But it would be the equivalent of functioning on life support at this point.
All right.
So she orders her men to come and close the doors.
All right.
And once they do, there's almost a sense of there's this sense of relief that you hadn't had in a while. There's been always some mini tension that you've been feeling as of late, especially considering you've had the harness activated for so long.
Right.
But even in its sleep state, pseudo sleep state, you no longer feel this tension. But just on the edges of your senses, you can see this right in between the discs. There's this roiling, this almost like a snake-like shadow is going in between the spaces.
Okay.
And as you follow it, you're now noticing this sans perception. Once you see that first one, you're now noticing it's everywhere. And tracking the movements, they're coming from below you, like where you're standing. Almost as if you're creating them.
The void itself.
Mm-hmm.
The power source of the void, which would require shutting the system down.
Correct.
And I still have no idea what would happen if I shut the system down.
You do
But
not.
Guess what, Lou?
We're shutting this
You gonna shut it down?
There's only one way to find out.
All right. So he's just like, fuck it.
It's gonna be a party in here.
All right, here's just air raid sirens. And no, I'm just kidding.
Wait, doesn't everything from your void come out if you shut down?
So
I have no idea.
Once
That
you-
was a hypothesis.
once you
Okay.
you hit the you hit the command to shut it down, and it powers down, and that's where we're gonna end it today. So
You
for
motherfucker.
Artemis, Crimson Sage, Twitch Fortune Teller, and Noctum, I am DM Discretion, and I had fun. I hope you did too. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.